Come on, everybody. You are on the channel for English for Biology majors, which is brought to you by Tsinghua University's Susan Ye. We hope after you learn this class, you will think biology is fun and to read biology book is piece of cake. Let's go, yay! Hello everyone. Today we are going to proceed to lesson 24. But first, we need to review what we learned last time. For the last part of lesson 23, we learned that when we want to describe irregular, we could use these two prefixes, ANOMALO, anomalous, and poikilo, POIKILO. And to describe things that are joined together, we use these two prefixes, juncto, JUNCTO, and zygo, ZYGO. For describing inflammation, we could use this suffix, ITIS, and the prefix phlogo, PHLOGO. To describe things that are related to medicine or medical treatment, we could use this prefix, iatro, IATRO, and these three suffixes, iatric, IATRIC, iatrix, IATRICS, and iatry, IATRY. For drug, we use this prefix, pharmaco, PHARMACO. When we want to describe things that are a killer or can perform an action of killing, we use this suffix, CIDE. Now let's proceed to the first part of lesson 24. We are going to learn prefix and suffix that are related to temperatures and also other things. For heat, when we want to describe things that are related to heat, we use one of these three prefixes, calorie, CALORI, or pyro, PYRO, or thermal, THERMO. Our example for calorie is calorificient. Remember the suffix ficient, FACIENT, we learned in the previous lesson, which means producing. So calorificient means producing heat. But it's used to describe certain food that can producing heat, like starch is calorificient. And for the prefix pyro, PYRO, our example is pyrogen. Pyrogen is a fever-producing substance. For example, this structure is lipopolysaccharide. It's abbreviated as LPS. LPS, which exists in bacteria, is a pyrogen. And when we are infected with bacteria, we will have fever, and fever is actually a reaction toward the lipopolysaccharide for gram-negative bacteria. So we can say LPS is a pyrogen. And for the prefix thermal, our example is thermogenic. Thermogenic, also called uncoupling protein, which is this purple shape. It is a protein that occurred in the inner membrane of the mitochondria of brown fat tissue. Thermogenic is important in non-shivering thermogenesis. It dissipates the proton gradient, which is shown here. The concentration of proton is higher in the intermembrane space than in the matrix, and this the difference of proton concentration is called a proton gradient. And thermogenic can dissipate the proton gradient created by the respiratory chain. Now this proton gradient is created by respiratory chain, the electron transport chain. And thermogenic can move the proton back to the matrix of mitochondria, thus dissipate the proton gradient. Originally, the proton should go back to the mitochondria matrix by ATP synthesis, but when thermogenic is existed, the proton go back to thermogenic without ATP production, and therefore the energy that is stored in the proton all become heat. So thermogenic can produce a lot of heat. That's why it's called thermogenic. Let's review what we've learned. For heat, we could use one of these three prefixes: calorie, C-A-L-O-R-I, Pyro, P-Y-R-O, or thermo, T-H-E-R-M-O. For fever, we could use this prefix, pyreto, or pyreto, P-Y-R-E-T-O. Our example is pyrototherapy. Pyrototherapy meaning treatment of a disease by raising the patient's temperature, such as by physical means, like take a sauna, or injection of fever-producing vaccines. For example, in 1917, Julius Wagner Jurek developed a method by inoculation of malaria parasite into patients with neurosyphilis, because the pathogen of syphilis is sensitive to high temperature. Syphilis will be cured after several rounds of high fever caused by malaria parasites. Then patients can be treated with quinine to get rid of the malaria parasite. This discovery earned him the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 1927. However, this procedure is dangerous, killing about 15% of patients. So after antibiotic was found to be able to cure syphilis, this method, which was known as malariotherapy or pyretotherapy, is no longer in use. For fire, we could use this prefix pyro, P-Y-R-O. Our example is pyromania. Pyromania is an impulse control disorder characterized by the compulsion to set or watch fires in the absence of monetary or other gain, the act being preceded by tension or arousal and resulting in pleasure or relief. Pyromania is distinct from arson. Arson is the deliberate setting of fires for personal, monetary, or political gain. Pyromania is just for the person's pleasure. For cold, we have these three prefixes: cryo, C-R-Y-O, or crymo, C-R-Y-M-O, or psychro, P-S-Y-C-H-R-O. Our example for cryo is cryoanesthesia. Cryoanesthesia is local anesthesia produced by chilling the part to near freezing temperature. Then that part will lose sensation for a short period, so we can do some operation on that part of our body. And for CRYMO, our example is chemotherapy. Chemotherapy or chemotherapy, also called cryotherapy, is the therapeutic use of cold. And sometimes they use this, a lot of time they use this cryo gun to perform chemotherapy. And for the prefix cyclo, our example is cycloalgia. Cycloalgia is a painful feeling of cold. It's so cold that it pains and it hurts. Let's review what we just learned. For cold, we could use one of these three prefixes: cryo, C-R-Y-O, chemo or chrymo, C-R-Y-M-O, or cyclo, P-S-Y-C-H-R-O. For dry, we use this prefix zero, X-E-R-O. Our example for zero is xeroderma. Xeroderma is a mild form of ichthyosis. It is marked by a dry, rough, discolored state of the skin with the formation of a scaly desquamation. Like in this picture, it's a xeroderma. And for dullness, we use this prefix ambly, A-M-B-L-Y. Our example is amblyomma. Amblyomma is a genus of ticks, as shown in this picture, some of which transmit diseases. For mitosis, we use this prefix mito, M-I-T-O. And our example is mitomycin. Mitomycin, the structure of mitomycin is shown here. But mitomycin is actually referred to any of a group of anti-tumor antibiotics produced by Streptomyces. Now we finish the first part of lesson 24. Let's review what we learned this time. For heat, we use one of these three prefixes: calorie, C-A-L-O-R-I, Pyro, P-Y-R-O, or thermo, T-H-E-R-M-O. For fever, we use this prefix pyreto, P-Y-R-E-T-O. For fire, we use this prefix pyro, P-Y-R-O. And for cold, we use one of these three prefixes: cryo, C-R-Y-O, chrymo or chrymo, C-R-Y-M-O, cyclo, P-S-Y-C-H-R-O. For dry, we use this prefix zero, X-E-R-O. For dullness, we use this prefix ambly, A-M-B-L-Y. For mitosis, we use this prefix mito, M-I-T-O. Now we finish the first part of lesson 24. Next time when we come back, we'll learn more prefixes and suffixes. See ya! English for Biology Major is brought to you by TCU's English for Biology Major course team. If you have any questions, don't forget to visit our FB fans page. The website is here, and you can also scan the QR code to reach to our FB fans page. This course is sponsored by Centers for Faculty Development and Instructional Resources of TCU.